If you are suffering with PFS, get something out of it. Hi, my name is Amir, and I am, I guess you can say, a former PFS sufferer. I don't suffer from PFS anymore. However, when I was suffering, I got something out of it. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you have had PFS or you have PFS, you know how it's like to wake up groggy, be depressed, maybe have suicidal ideation, have muscle fatigue, not have any zest for life, um, not wanting to have sex with your wife or your girlfriend or your partner or whatever. Um, what do I mean with get something out of it? Look, when I was suffering, I could not go to the gym. But what I did is I worked with my spiritual side, my mental side to say, I'm not going to give up. What does that mean? Instead of going to the gym, I would go out and go walking the best that I could. Instead of going a mile, I would take 20 steps and I would strengthen my mental resiliency during the worst time of my life when I had PFS. Now, when I say get something out of it, I meant you are already suffering. We know that. I was suffering. We already know that. I also, while I was suffering, I wanted to know how I can get out of it. So I went and became a part of the PFS podcast. This was about 9 years ago. And I went and interviewed all the top psychologists, doctors, neurologists, people that are working with PFS patients, because I wanted to know what my options were. Now, I was miserable at the time. I could barely speak, put a sentence together. I still have mental fog, as you can tell, and I did not want to give up. So during my misery, I said, I'm going to figure out a way to get something out of this misery and pain. Now, you don't have to create a PFS podcast. I'm not telling you to do that. You don't have to go and try to save the world. But what you can do is the very next step to incrementally make you better, which means at this time you could say, in my misery, I'm still going to do the best I can to work on my relationship with my wife, with my partner. In my misery, I'm not going to give up on eating healthy foods. I can still pick healthy foods to put in my mouth, whole foods, not things that are processed, things that are bad for you. I'm going to still work on doing that. In my pain and misery and exhaustion, I'm going to still go outside. And if I can't work out, I'm going to take deep breaths and go on a walk. And if I can't go on a walk, I'm going to go outside and take a minute to sit down and enjoy the sunshine or enjoy the fresh air. Do you see where I'm going out with this? In other words, do not give up. Because at the end of the day, what we're saying, we want to get rid of PFS, is we want to go back to having a wonderful life, because that's what we're missing. And I will tell you right now, from my experience, you cannot give up on life now and borrow from your present because you think the future is going to be better. It does not work like that. You can't borrow from the present and be miserable so you can have future happiness. Work on that right now. Because as you start getting better, as you start finding answers, you've cultivated that resiliency to know that you're on your way to get better. You're learning to progress to a healthy state of mind. You're progressing to a better place. Because whether you have PFS or not, many struggle with a healthy mindset. Many struggle to eat better with or without PFS. Many struggle to work out with or without PFS. So we cannot use that as a reason not to work out and not to get better in life in general anyways. So I want you to hear me out. Do the best you can while you're having PFS to motivate yourself to the best of your ability. I know it's not easy. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to have the mindset that you're not giving up. This is your time to do the best you can and get something out of the suffering and pain that you may be in at this moment until you get the proper doctors to work with you, proper practitioners to do your blood work and put you on whatever protocol that they deem necessary to get you to a better place. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments, and I'll send a link to my website as well if you want to chat with me or anything like that. Speak soon. Thank you.